Hi, YouTube. It's Arwen, the professional joy seeker. I was making that funny face because my broadcast was kind of taking a little bit of its own sweet time. As you know, I'm a professional joy seeker, I'm a professional tarot consultant, and I'm a Barbara Walters wannabe here on YouTube. And to that end, I'm interviewing lots of people. Now, I can honestly say, I think, semi-honestly say, that this is the first person I've spoken to from this particular country. I've done readings for somebody in that country, but I don't think I've ever interviewed anybody. So I want to welcome to my channel Elvira of ElfenTarot. She is from Holland. Elvira, thank you so much for giving up your time. And I know it's super early in the morning where you are, but could you just tell us a little bit about who you are and what your channel is?
Hi, Arwen. Well, thank you for having me. It's an honor. Yes, it's 2 o'clock in the morning in the Netherlands. Well, I'm Elvira from ElfenTarot, and well, what's my channel about? I'm a tarot reader, I'm an oracle reader. I love to work with the crystals and the chakras, and I'm since December 2016 on YouTube. So I'm still searching for, well, what I want to be, my channel be about, and well, I do now a lot of tags, tarot tags to get everybody in the community to know everybody. And yes, oh, it's such a wonderful community. I really love to be part of it.
It is a fabulous community. The tarot community is awesome. I'm also part of the pagan witchy woo-woo community. Is that part of your community as well?
Well, I'm more of the shamanic kind of thing I love, but also the witchy stuff. So it's, you know, I love the Maya Tolkien. There's so many topics I really find interesting, and I'm learning about. I love to learn. So I'm always studying multiple spiritual topics.
It sounds like me. I've always got my people laugh because I'll have like a book here and a book there and a book here, and they're all laying open or have bookmarks because I'm picking at them. Now, Elvira, first, how do you say witch? And second, what was your first memory of the word witch, of the concept?
Well, witch in Dutch is called hex. And hex. And my first how do you say that? Acquaintance with that word. Well, when I went to the first grade of elementary school, I had a teacher, and her name was Lydia, and she was a hippie witch. She was such an amazing person, and I really looked up to her. And well, she talked about witches. Yes, but not in the way of creepy stories or fairy tales, but she told that she was a witch, but that she wasn't a witch like in the fairy tales, or that she scared people, but that she did rituals, and she also did children rituals with us. So yeah, that was really, really cool. So that was my first acquaintance with hex. Yes.
Hex. Now, and I know the word hex is witch because of there's a show over here called Grimm. I think it just ended. They had characters who turned into Hexenbiest. So, yes. Well, that's very cool that you had a teacher like that. I mean, yes. Wow.
Yeah, she was very open-minded, and well, she did a lot of stuff where the parents were a bit shocked about, you know. She wanted to talk about all topics, also sexuality. So many parents were like, what? My child is 6 years old, no. But, you know, she showed us how babies were born, you know. She was really an open-minded person, and she really was for me I looked up to her.
That's very cool. Yes. Now, were you because you do have a challenge, a physical challenge that you've talked about on
Yes.
your channel some.
Yeah.
In America, we have the unfortunate go-to of, if you have any different ability, you go to this classroom. You don't get to, I understand if you have a learning disability, you need a different classroom because you need a different way of learning. But
Yeah.
in Holland, did they do that, or did you just mainstream everything?
Well, you have schools for children and teenagers with physical disabilities and also mental or studying problems. But my parents really, well, they fought for me like tigers, because they really wanted me to grow up in what's normal, but in the normal society. So all the doctors said, yeah, but it's normal. I was born in 1972. So back then, well, and not when I was a baby, but a few years later, it was normal for me to go to a special school. But my parents really thought, no, she is okay in her head. She only has physical disabilities, and she also has to face life later on after school in the normal hard world. So we want her to grow up as a normal child.
What a loving thing to do, and I'll bet they caught holy heck for doing it.
Yeah, yes, definitely. Yeah, and I'm so grateful for them, because I had to fight harder, because maybe I don't know if it's easier, but when you're in a school with like-minded physical disabilities, I always have to fight, and also to tell to let people know that I was mental okay, because that was sometimes a problem. When people see you in a wheelchair, they think, oh, can she talk, or that were the things I had to fight for, but it made me stronger, and it made me the person I am now. So,
well, and it would help you to identify the idiots, the good people who aren't going to make that decision. I guess calling them idiots is kind of rude, but people who would make assumptions, I might look at them and go,
yes,
and just not answer them. So.
Yes. Well, when I was a teenager, I was like, what? What are you saying?
Nice.
And now I think, people mean it well, and it's their vision, and it's their ability to see. So
that's a nice way of looking at it.
I know better.
Now, Elvira, what brought you to shamanism? What brought you to the woo-woo side of the path? Was it that 6th grade teacher that just kind of set you on there, or what got you here?
Well, I am not the black sheep of the family, but I am the only person in the family who is spiritual. And before my teacher, I think I was about 3 years old, I saw spirits. And I didn't know what they were. For me, they were normal. And I talked to my parents and to my sisters about that. Oh, do you see him or do you see her? And they were saying, Elvira, no, and your imagination is way beyond limits. And when I woke up, they thought I was having a nightmare, because or a dream, because then I called my parents like, oh, do you see that? Do you see that? But they didn't see nothing. And I saw till the age of 14, I think. And then it scared me, because everybody around me was saying, no, you don't. I don't see that. I don't see that. So I blocked it, and then, it was like, okay, I don't want to be crazy. I felt a bit getting crazy, because, I was the only one. And then on the age of 22, it opened again. And yeah, I don't know how, but suddenly I sat at a shamanic course on the age of 22 in Amsterdam. And yeah, that's where, yeah, we went on fishing quests, and I found out that, yeah, why I had such a strong connection to the Native Americans, because, well, I believe in reincarnation, and
Me too.
I believe I have former lives with the Native Americans. So, yeah, my mother always said, yes, you always cried when you saw Indians on TV when I was a kid.
Wow.
And my first drawings on kindergarten and, well, till the age of 5, I only draw tippies and horses, and yes, so that's really cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
Now, I had a...
And then my journey started, and I first went to the yeah, shamanic journey, and then, yeah, lots of other stuff triggered me. So I did a lot of courses and educations, and then I found the tarot.
Now, have you read Lynn Andrews?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
all her books. Yeah, I have got them. Yes.
Pretty
The
amazing stuff.
Woman
What was
and-
your first tarot deck?
What, the Rider-Waite-Smith? Yes.
Yeah. Have you
Yeah.
heard that U.S. Games is putting out a borderless Rider-Waite, or they're calling it a Waite-Smith?
Oh, I want to have that. I'm a deck collector also.
Yeah. If you're on Facebook, and I think you are. In fact, I know you are. If you don't, if you're not already a like or a fan on the U.S. Game Systems page,
Yes,
go do that, because
Okay.
I just saw that on their page.
I will do that.
Yeah.
But I started with oracles.
What was your first oracle?
Yeah, the medicine cards with the animals, you know?
Jamie Sams?
Yes, yes. So when,
Yeah.
yeah, when I was 22, that was my first deck. So that was my first acquaintance with the cards, but I never heard of tarot. And then I went to a medium, and she was saying to me, yes, you're going to work with the tarot cards. And she was working also with it. And I thought, no. And while my journey was, yeah, when I was following my journey, then yes, in the tarot came on my path. So I went to we have in Holland 2 schools for tarot. And, well, I went to one of them.
Schools, like actual physical go in, sit down schools?
Yes. Yeah, I went to the 2 years. The education was 2 years. Yeah.
I'm jealous now.
Yeah, it was
That's very cool.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. So, yeah, it was, I learned a lot.
Right. Well, I'm going to go off track and ask you an offbeat question.
Yeah.
Red sauce or green sauce?
Green sauce! Definitely. My homemade pesto. Ooh! Yeah.
Ooh, yum. Now, green sauce here is actually not pesto. It's made with tomatillos, and they're...
Are there peppers?
Pardon?
Are there peppers?
There are peppers in green sauce, but the basis is a tomatillo, and tomatillos are like, tomatillo basically means little tomato, and they're in a little paper husk, and they're about yay big. I don't know if I have any, about the size of my nose, and they're green. So it gives you kind of a piquant, spicy flavor to it.
Yum.
Yeah, they're yummy.
Wow. Well, I love to cook, so yeah, I make my own sauces with vegetables and, and herbs from my garden. Yes.
So what's your favorite meal? We'll skip to that one because that's one of the later questions, but I want to know.
I love the Thai cuisine and the Indonesian cuisine. and I cook it also damn good.
When I lived in Austin, my favorite restaurant that was really close to me, and I got takeout all the time, or I just went over and picked it up, was called Java Noodles, and it was an Indonesian fusion place.
Oh,
And they had a dessert that was basically, it was like an egg roll, but with plantain in it, and then you had a sweet sauce to dip it in.
yes. Oh, yeah.
So good.
Yeah, they're so good. Yeah.
I would order dinner so that I could get the dessert without just going in and going, I just want the plantain thingy.
Yeah,
I can't think of what the name was.
yes, yes. But it's hard.
Now,
that's hard to make.
It's not hard to eat.
No, definitely not.
I could just put those puppies away.
Yeah.
Now, what if we put you on a deserted island and ruling out survival stuff? What are 3 magical or shamanic or woo-woo items that you would have to have?
I would definitely take my fishing quest tarot, my singing bowl, and the third one. I don't think sage will grow on a desert island, so I will bring my sage.
I like it. I like it a lot. Now, because you cook and because do you use herbs in your shamanic work at all?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are 3 herbs that do double duty that you could, if you needed them for the ritual, you could just turn around and grab them out of the kitchen?
There will be salt, rosemary, SH.
I like it. Salt is always one of my, I'm looking, I have a hummingbird feeder out and I haven't had any hummingbirds, and I think one may have just flipped past. So y'all will have to excuse me if you hear a squeal and me just go squirrel off. But rosemary, I love it because rosemary is really good for dark hair. You can make a tincture with it, and it really is, it increases color. It gives you a pop and a shine if you've got dark hair. And it's
not for blonde hair. Not for blonde hair.
Funny, you're blonde. How stereotypical of you. No, truly, is that, I mean, if I came to Holland, would I see more blondes than I would any other hair color?
Yes, but I'm painted it, but yes. Holland, yeah, we have a lot of blondes. Well, I am blonde, but I'm a bit darker from myself. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm blonde too, but it's really dark. So, how do you intentionally honor or care for what you see as deity or higher power? Do you have anything that you do?
Yes, I meditate, and yeah, I do a lot of rituals. Not every day, but I meditate for. I go to nature. It's so good for me to be in nature because I am an Aquarius in sun in Aquarius. How do you say that? Sun in Aquarius?
Sun in Aquarius, yeah.
Gemini in moon. And rising sign is Aries. So I'm a lot in my head. So it's good for me to earth and to ground. And so I love to be in nature. And yeah, I meditate and well, I pray to my spirit guides and I talk with them. So yeah.
I think that, and I love that you use the word pray, because a lot of people on a path like we are will shy away from the word prayer, but prayer is just your talking. It's your communication with the higher power. It's not a Christian.
No.
They don't have that all to themselves.
It's true.
Yeah.
I'm not Christian, but yeah, I really take the time for it. I really set the setting, put incense on, music, burn candles, I really take my time for that. So I don't do that every day, but
Yeah.
definitely once a week. And I try to meditate a few times a week. Every
Very
day
cool.
it's not, yeah.
Now, Elvira, what do you do for self-care, for taking care of you and pampering yourself? How do you nurture yourself?
Well, being in nature, I love taking a bath with essential oils.
Mm.
Well, to cook, to cook healthy food. And I really, I have also always a drive for life. But unfortunately, my body doesn't allow to go full speed. So that's a big lesson for me to take some steps back and to accept. I accepted my body and I accepted the way my body functions, but it's hard to accept that you want so many things in one day and that it's not good for my energy. I really have to balance my energy every day. And one day I have more pain, so I can't do less, and the other day I can do more. So, and when I can't do less, I have to do less.
Right. It's not like, and it's almost like the universe said, we know this one is gonna go so fast, she's gonna burn out by 10. So we're gonna put some stops on her and make sure she has to slow down.
Yeah.
So
Well, that happened 5 years ago because I could walk from age 3 till my 39. And now I can't walk anymore the last 6 years. And I always go, 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 work and have big social life, partying a lot, took courses, went to school, it was always in a fast speed. And then my body, from one day on the other, it says, bam, and now you have to take your balance. So that was really like, okay. Yes,
I
but
bet that was really frustrating at first and I would have gotten a little angry, I think, about it.
yes, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, more frustrating, but also anger, but more frustrated. Yeah. And
Yeah.
sad, you know. Yeah, also sad because a lot of things you can't do anymore. But then it's a choice. That's one of my life quotes. You always have a choice.
Yeah. You always have a choice on how you respond to things. And yeah.
So, of course, I have, like everybody, days that are shitty, but when it takes too long, I think, no, Elvira, well, Elf, because that's why my channel called ElfenTarot, because everybody calls me Elf. So
I love it. Okay. Well, that makes sense now. Okay.
and then I said, Elf, are you going to be, are you making a good day for yourself, or are you going to be a victim of yourself? And I don't want to be a victim of myself. I want to love my life and to make everything possible, what's possible for me. And I want to get everything out of my life. So
That's
yeah, that's
empowering.
that's my vision for life, for my life.
I
Yeah.
like it. Because I do have days where, the entire world sucks. Everybody's stupid. And it's like, whoa, reset your attitude, Arwen, because you're being kind of a nut. You're being ugly.
Yeah.
And, that's why I tell people I'm a professional joy seeker, because I can be really angry and cranky and bitter. But if I remind myself that I'm supposed to be seeking joy, then I can kind of reroute that.
You say, I really love that name, the joy seeker, because I feel that too. I'm a bit of that too, I'm also a joy seeker. Yeah.
Good. And you're a professional joy seeker. Boom, I
Yes,
dubbed you professional joy seeker.
high five, Fox.
Now tell me this. Name something that always brings you joy.
My cat, Mowgli. Oh,
Moki?
Mowgli.
Oh, Moki. Okay.
Mowgli. My cat, yeah, she always brings me joy. And she's 16 now, and she's born on my lap. And
Oh,
yeah, and yeah, she's so special to me. I had more cats, but unfortunately, they're in the kitty heaven, and they teach me unconditional love. I love being around animals, and I'm a huge animal lover.
yeah.
Yes.
Very good.
She
You know,
makes
I
me
like
always
cats,
happy.
so
I'm
I talked.
living, yeah,
Say it again.
I'm living with her, so she's my housemate. She's my roommate, and yeah, you know, she's always here, and yeah, she's also funny. So yeah, she makes me happy.
I love it. I tell people I've got stripper cat because I've got the pole back here that's over here. And sometimes she'll come and run. I don't think anybody's up there right now. No. But I've got four cats.
Yeah, I've seen a few of them.
Yeah. Bentley used to come in here a lot, but he's been mad at me lately because I've been squirting him with water because he's fighting with his sisters because of the springtime. So he's not really wanting to be around me right now. Now, do you have a ghost story you can share with us?
Yes, yes.
I know you talk about seeing, but can you share like a really fun or
Yeah,
whatever?
that is really a ghost story.
Ooh,
Well,
good.
a friend of mine, um, she invited me to her house, and always, because I'm really sensitive for energies, and so I feel a lot. And always when I'm going to her place, I got goosebumps. Well, a kilometer from her, you know, the thought of going to that place where she lives, it's really horrific.
Wow.
Always cold like a freezer in that house while the heat is on. And one day her partner asked me to do a tarot reading for him. And I said, yeah, sure, I will do that. So I had the cards with me, and I was laying the cards and shuffling them. And well, we were just started, I think 5 minutes. And every window was closed, all the doors were closed, and there comes a wind. Yes. Really
Wow.
wind. The curtains were like moving, and it was a freaking cold. And the cards were off the table, and we didn't do nothing. Yes, and I said,
Right? I would have been getting some salt and sage in that place. And
yeah. And I said, well, somebody doesn't want me to lie the cards for you. So yes, but then I said, no, we're just doing it. And I said, back off. But yeah, that was really, really, really horrible. And then she got pregnant. And she already asked me if I could do something about, well, what was happening in that house. And I said,
yeah.
that's not my cup of tea. I feel, and I know there's a lot of nasty things around here, but that's not my piece of cake. So you really have to get someone who does that work. And then she got pregnant, and I said, I can tell you one thing: you have to be out of that house before you get labored. You get the baby. So luckily, she get a month before the baby was born a new house.
Oh, good.
Yeah, yeah. But it's a ghost house, and what she already let somebody whose work was a ghost drive. How do you say that? A ghost in English, the word that you remove them.
Oh, like a ghost hunter or a ghost
Yeah.
exorcist?
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
found out that there were it was a gambling house 100 years ago or whatever, and there were a lot of negative identities in that house, also who died over there, and yeah, who were still thinking they were alive. So
Well, I'm
yes,
glad she got out.
that was my ghost story. Yeah, yeah,
Whoa.
goosebumps.
Elvira, this is the last question I asked folks. What is let me ask one first before that. Who's the first YouTuber you remember watching?
Kellyanne Maddox. Yeah.
She's
Kellyanne
wonderful.
Maddox.
Four Queens, yeah,
Yes.
she's great.
Yeah, but she's also so versatile. You know, she brings so much different topics, and yeah, she was the first one I got to see. And now, oh, I can fill my whole day with watching YouTube videos.
Right?
Yeah, I love this community. There's so many good channels, and I love to watch them. Yeah.
Me too. I have to actually limit myself because sometimes I'll do that and let other stuff slide, and I can't. My time management is like my worst skill. I really have to buckle down to get shit done. Well, what is Elvira's best piece of advice to somebody also starting out on the woo-woo tarot kind of path? What would you want somebody to say to somebody that you wish somebody had said to you?
Always trust your own intuition. I think but also learn from others. You know, it's good to learn from others. It's good to read and to dive into spiritual woo-hoo, but find your own way, and always trust your own intuition. Because when I went to the school for tarot, you know, we learned a lot about the cards, and after that, you know, and during, I was reading books, and I was really like, oh, what, and my intuition is saying that, and then I really came to the conclusion that intuition is your most important thing in life. So always listen to that. Make your own story when you work with the cards. Make your own story with the cards. What is your intuition telling you? And then you can look into a book or see what other people has to say. But always, stay.
I love that.
Yourself.
Yeah, that's very, very true.
Yeah.
Now, Elvira, when I say goodbye, I always say seek joy, y'all. Do you have a way that you always sign off on yours?
Yes, I say, well, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye, lovelies.
Now, how would you say goodbye in Dutch?
Doei.
Doei?
Doei.
Doei. I love it. Doei.
Doei.
Well, seek joy, y'all, and doei, and do subscribe to Elvira's channel. It is such a fun channel. Thanks so much, Elvira, for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Arwen. Thank you so much.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.